Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Colorado Avalanche franchise mode. So in last episode, we had the second round of the playoffs against the Sweden Super Swedes, and we managed to oust them in 5 games, just like what we did against the Canucks. And we are on to the conference finals against the Phoenix Coyotes. And overall wise, I think we have a big chance to move on to the Cup finals again, just as long as we could shut down their top 4 offensive players, which is Tkachuk, Briere, who else was it? Shane Doan and Braden Salone, who was actually drafted by the Capitals, but they picked him up in offseason. So I think we should be able to beat them, but I don't know how they assimilate, so you never know. Whoever wins this series will move on to face New Jersey or Pittsburgh for the Stanley Cup. So it's going to be interesting. Hopefully we can continue our great offensive play, and hopefully we can kind of pick it up a bit better on defense, because we have had some games where we've let in quite a bit of goals. So anyways, here we are against Phoenix, home ice, game number 1, conference finals. Let's see if we can get this done, boys. First period of game number 1, and it's scoreless, so not the offensive start we normally have. We did have a lot of shots, but we did not score. 15 shots to 4 after 1 for us. Second period, and this cheese team, Phoenix Coyotes, with the 78 overall goaltender, have a 2-0 lead on us. Yeah, this might be a really tough go. This being the cheese team for Phoenix, they're 3-0 now. I might actually change up our lines a bit, just so we can kind of play a bit better defensively. But yeah, they definitely have a cheese team, because they have like a 68 as a backup as well. I don't know how they made the playoffs, but they have. Zubov at least gets us a goal, though. And there's a late goal from Drury, and we're going to still lose 3-2. So it was actually a bit closer than I thought it was going to end up like, but do I make any line changes? I'm not going to make any line changes yet. If we go down 2-0, definitely. Considering we're going to be going back to Phoenix, but hopefully we don't lose 2 in a row here. Hopefully this cheese team gets out-cheesed by us, even though we're not really a cheese team. Game number 2, still got home ice. Let's see if we can tie this series up, please. I don't want to go down 0-2. First period, and once again they have the lead, goddammit. Keith Tkachuk makes it 1-0. We have the shot advantage 12-11, so it's a bit tighter than the first period of last game. Second period, and there's 2 from us. There you go, guys. Gerbeshkov with a late goal, and Bulis, who's been known to score a lot of late goals, gives us a 2-1 lead. Third period underway. Can we just lock this down, please, boys? I need another insurance marker if we can. There you go. Peter Forsberg gives us a 3-1 lead. Final 10 minutes here of this third period. It's looking like we're going to have a tie series headed back to Phoenix, which is great. Final 3 minutes. Time is winding down, and we have a tie series. Good job, boys. Good defensive game, too, which is something we've had kind of a few of. Some really bad ones, but good job. Gerbeshkov from Keefe and Forsberg. Bullets from Ozolinch and Galchenyuk. And Forsberg from Keefe. So I think Keefe has got like 18 points now in the first 10 games of the playoffs, which is ridiculous. But we are now 9-3 headed into Phoenix. Hopefully we could play good in their arena and maybe take a 3-1 series lead out of it. Maybe a tie series at the worst. Hopefully we don't fall down 3-1. That would be not what we want to do. So game number 3 on the road. Let's take this game, please, boys. First period of game 3, and it's 1-0 us. Good job, boys. Forsberg opens the scoring with 1:05 left in the first period. Shots are 11-10 in favor of the Coyotes. Second period, 2-0. Good job. Looks like we're playing a bit better defensively this round. Drury getting that goal. Shots are 22-20 in favor of the Phoenix Coyotes. Let's see if we can lock this down here in the third. Drury again. Second line's starting to finally come through a bit, because they struggled in the first round and they were okay in the second round. Bullis makes it 4-0. Fleury makes it 5-0. There's our offensive style. Culp makes it 6-0. Yeah, our team has some very good offensive games. Sakic makes it 7-0. Yeah, their goaltending is now shitting the bed, which it should. But we're still only going to have a 2-1 series lead after that 7-0 win. So hopefully we just didn't dry up offensively after that. So Forsberg from Strubik and Keefe, Drury from Fleury and Zubov, Bullis from Ozlunch and Galchenyuk, Fleury from Darmore and Drury, and then Culp from Bullis and Strubik, and Sakic from Fleury and Drury. Damn, Fleury and Drury, that's such a rhyme. Drury had 4 points for first star, Carter the second star with the shutout, and Fleury the third star with 4 points. Okay, so we have a 2-1 series lead, and we've been playing excellent defensively in our last 2 games. Only allowing 1 goal, and we've scored 10 goals. Let's just keep it rolling, boys. See if we could go 11-3 into the not Stanley Cup Finals, but still into the next game. Let's see if we could do that. Still in Phoenix, first period of Game 4. It's a 2-2 game, so they scored a lot more goals than they had in the last 2 games. Combined. So Sakic and Fleury make it 2-0 for us, but Siu and Savonin, who are 2 of their younger guys, make it a 2-2 game. Shots are 10-9 in favor of us. Second period, and it's a 3-3 game. Damn. So this is definitely going to be a much tighter game than last game. Fleury makes it a 3-2 game for us, and Siu again makes it a 3-3 game. We have a shots advantage, 29-16. Come on, boys. Let's get some insurance, I guess, get the lead if we can here in this third, and LaPointe makes it a 4-3 game for Phoenix. Come on, boys. Let's get that offense going again. Power play. Oh my god, shorthanded goal, I think, from Oleg Tverdovsky is going to light out this game, and it's a 5-3 win for the Phoenix Coyotes. And once again, we had a bad defensive game. Yeah, I might change up the lines, even though we've had some good defensive games recently. Yikes. Yeah, that was not a good game, really, in terms of defense. Okay, so yeah, I'm definitely going to make some line changes just because we've had quite a few games so far in this postseason where we've let in 5 goals. We're still 10-4, which is really good, but I want to make sure this team performs to the best that they can. So, I'm not changing up the first line or the fourth line. But let's see, what could I do here? I'm going to put Sakic as a winger. Can McArdle take face-offs? No, he can't. Zadorov definitely can, though. Because Zubov has kind of been a bit meh so far. Yeah, so we're going to put Sakic as a winger on this top 6 pairing because he's been pretty good. Defensively, do I want to change any of these lines? +3, +8. And +2, so the top pairing hasn't been actually as lights out as they normally are. So let's put Darmore down, put Ozlunch up, see if that does anything. And we're not going to change anything with our goalies. Okay, so we made a couple adjustments going into this game to hopefully give us a 3-2 series lead. Let's see if we could do that, guys. We got home ice advantage for a reason. I want this year's lead, please. First period of Game 5. And it's 2-0 us. There you go. That's what I want to see. Forsberg and Drury score. So the first and second line. Shots are 14-7 in favor of us. Second period. And you got to be crapping me. 2 unanswered goals from Phoenix. Yikes. That's not good. Doan and Siu score for them. And we have a tie game going into the third of a critical Game 5. Come on, boys. Let's get the lead. Power play early for us and Forsberg. Good job, Super Swede. Power play again for us, and we get another. Zubov makes it 4-2. Huge goals here in the third from us. Let's just lock this down now, boys. 5-2, and now we're having our offensive style game again. Yeah, this team is weird. They let in a lot of goals, and then they also score a lot of goals sometimes. And we are going to win this game by a final score of 5-3, as there was a late marker from LaPointe. So we are 1 game away from the Stanley Cup Finals. So Drury from Sakic and Fleury, Forsberg from Keefe and Gerbeshkov, Forsberg from Gerbeshkov and Fleury, Zubov from Forsberg, and Bullis from Culp and Gerbeshkov. 3 stars in that game, Forsberg, Gerbeshkov, and Fleury. So that top line has just been really amazing in this postseason, and hopefully they can continue that if we go to the Stanley Cup Finals. And hopefully they can continue that going into this Game 6 on the road. We are 1 game away from the Stanley Cup Finals. Can we do it here, boys? Can we please do it? Game 6, this is critical as well. first period, and it's 1-0 for the Coyotes. Not good. Martin Lapointe opening the scoring. Shots are close, which is nice. Hopefully we could keep them down in goals, and hopefully we could tie this game up here in a second at least. Second period, 2-0 Phoenix. Not good. Keith Tkachuk gives them a huge goal. Going into the third, we're down by 2 goals. We need some goals here in the third. We've been known to score goals. Can we do so here in the third, or are we going to a Game 7? Sakic pulls us within 1. Can we please tie it now? There you go, Gerbeshkov. 2 huge goals in the third. Can we get the lead? Final 5 minutes, penalty kill. Nicely done. And we are going to overtime. We are 1 goal away from the Stanley Cup Finals, or 1 goal away from going back to a Game 7 on home ice. Come on, boys. I need a hero here. Anybody. McCardle, that would be nice considering I traded for you. And you haven't scored yet. But let's see what happens. OT is underway, and they're going to force a Game 7 with a goal a minute and 30 seconds in. Damn it, Clark Willem. Well, this is not looking good. Sakic from Fleury and Gerbeshkov from Forsberg and Key, but damn. We're going to a Game 7. I want to make sure our lines are properly set for Game 7. Because usually when you lose a Game 6, it's not the greatest Game 7. We're 11-5. They're 11-9 somehow, and they're potentially going to the Stanley Cup Finals if they win. What do we want to do here to get our team to definitely win this game? Defensive. Our power play has been good. Maybe change up our penalty kill unit. Maybe I'll take Zadorov off the penalty kill, actually. I think I made Drury good defensively, right? Yeah. I'm going to put Drury on the penalty kill. Maybe that cleans up the defensive play a bit. And then I think that's all I'm going to do. Yeah, that's definitely all I'm going to do. I would give Patrick Wall 1 more shot, but I don't really trust him going into this, considering his overalls is 79. And I don't think he's played yet in the playoffs as a backup. No, he hasn't. And Carter's been good, right, in the playoffs. 9-17 isn't the greatest. I don't really want to give Patrick Wall another shot, because I feel like he'll just blow it completely. Yeah, we're just going to leave it the way it is. Okay, let's go into game number 7 on home ice. We are 1 win away from the Stanley Cup Finals, where we'll face off against Pittsburgh if we win. If we don't, we're going for another offseason and potentially some heartbreaking retirements. So here we go, Game 7, real-time simulation. Can we please head to the Stanley Cup Finals? Power play early, and we don't score on it. Not good. Come on, boys. You can do it. You guys have the most experience in this NHL build so far. Final 5 minutes of this first period. No goals so far. And there's a late goal from Braden Sloan in this first period. Not good. Shots are 9-5 in favor of Phoenix. We only had 5 shots in that opening period. Please, boys, get some more chances here. I wish I could edit my lines mid-sim. Second period underway. Power play. We got to tie this up, please. And we don't do it. Power play again, and there we go. Amari Roach, the guy that only scores 1 goal in every 2 seasons, gets his first ever playoff goal to tie it up at 1. That's a huge goal from the top 6 defensemen. And there's a huge late goal in the second by Chris Drury with 27 clicks left on the clock. And we have a lead going into the third. Shots are 18-15 in favor of Phoenix. Please, guys, let's get some more insurance here in the third and lock down this game. Penalty kill. This is a massive penalty kill, and we do it. Final 10 minutes of this third period. Power play again, and we don't score. Final 5 minutes. Time is winding down. There's another goal from Chris Drury, and we have a 2-goal lead. And we're going to the Stanley Cup Finals as Joe Sakic gets the empty netter, and will be facing off against the Pittsburgh Penguins as we just barely edge out the Coyotes. So Amari Roach's first ever playoff goal from Darmour and Gerbeshkov, Drury from Sakic and Fleury, Drury from Fleury and Sakic from Strupic and Drury. So the veteran Sakic, Drury, and Fleury, those three guys, showing up right at the right time. Drury the first star, Sakic the second star, and Ross Carter with a big game gets the third star. Oh, so we're off to the Stanley Cup Finals for the third time in 5 years, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look at those Pittsburgh Penguins, and then we'll take a look at our player stats for the playoffs so far. But damn, I'm interested to see what Pittsburgh has, because this is the first time they've been in the postseason, I think. So they got Robert Tarnstrom, 23 years of age, medium elite. Was a first overall pick in 2022. Patrick Lang, Jaromir Jagr still there at a 92 overall. His franchise potential is gone, but he's down to an elite guy now. They got Morozov, Steve Sullivan, who's our former player from a couple years ago, and Francisco Brennan. Third line, Grosek, Mappletoft, and Jacina. And in fourth line, Kovalev, Hrdina, and Poulin. That's a very nasty offensive core. Nobody below an 82. So I'm kind of scared of that. Defensively, they're really strong as well. Holy crap. Marek Malik and Matthias Ohlund, Barrett Jackman, and Nathan Finley. Don't know why they're playing this guy on the second pairing, but okay. And then Darius Kasparaitis and Jason York. So nobody below an 81 on their defensive core. And then they got a really good young goalie in Robert Mueller, who's a guy that passed away young, and that's why I made him an actual starter. But he's grown to a high starter now. And they also have Dominic Roussel, so it should be interesting, actually. Like, I think they have the upper hand in terms of most stuff, except for goaltending. And then they have some good depth, too. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting matchup to see who wins the Stanley Cup this year. Okay, so final thing, let's take a look at our player stats throughout the first 3 rounds of the playoffs going into the Stanley Cup Finals. See if our top lines have been doing good still, which they should be. So you have Forsberg and Keefe and Gerbeshkov all comprised for a total of 62 points in 17 games. Then you got Fleury, Sakic, and Drury playing really good. Strubik 12 points. Bullis 11 points. 9 for Galchenyuk. Yeah, everybody has just been pretty good. There's been a couple really badly minus players, but other than that, everybody's been doing what they need to. Goaltending wise, Ross Carter has been pretty good still. Like, those 3 shutouts are pretty big. Okay, so anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this episode of our Colorado Avalanche franchise mode. So in next episode, we will take it to the Stanley Cup Finals, where we look for our second cup in 4 seasons, and hopefully we could do so. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time.